Happy Thursday, everybody. Welcome to tonight's edition of FSU Weather. Starting off with a look at Campbell Stadium as usual. Unfortunately, not very nice outside. If you're outside today, you definitely got wet. It's currently 69. With those thunderstorms, we do have a calm wind, but just like I said, it's not looking good right now. Currently, all of the regions experience temperatures in the 60s. As you go a little bit further north, we're seeing it cool off. In Bainbridge, it's 58 right now, so just a little bit chillier as they're just starting to taste a tad bit of that cooler weather. Look at this rain, guys. We have a mess coming our way, and we're going to talk about that on the show tonight. So make sure you stay tuned. We're going to tell you all about this frontal system that's been coming through and where it's going to be raining and for how long it's going to be raining. That rain is going to continue as through the night, continuing over towards the east. So Jacksonville, Gainesville, all of that's going to be wet for the majority of the night. Tonight, we got thunderstorms, rainfall, and hopefully a drying trend into next week, all tonight on FSU Weather.
Hello Tallahassee, this is student meteorologist Therese Benedict, and today we are going to be taking a look at all the storms that hit earlier today and also some of the cooling and warming that we'll have later in the week, and also some of the winter storm that's been hitting Texas, Storm Viola, and as we saw earlier today, some tornado watches, but it wasn't that much, and we had a lot of rain, more drizzles, not too bad for us, but it was quite a dreary, gloomy day. I know I experienced it walking to my car and going to a coffee shop trying to study, but we will take a look more onto what's to come this week.
Well, Therese, taking a look here, as you said, at our Campbell Stadium this evening, temperatures are currently starting to lower from that 70-degree mark we hit earlier today, but it is still very muggy, gloomy, and wet out there. Temperatures are, as I said, they're at 69 degrees. We hit a high today of 73 degrees, which is a little warmer than average, although not quite towards our record of 83 degrees today. With that wetter atmosphere today, temperatures were a little warmer waking up this morning, as they will be tonight, because this rain is going to be sticking around for a couple more hours. And across the region, we do have temperatures really around the 70s as you head to areas like Monticello and Madison, but getting down below 60 degrees at 57 there in Donaldsonville. So we are talking about temperatures cooling down as we head towards our west. Our dew point temperatures are reflecting that rain right now, hitting around the same temperatures that you are seeing on our actual temperatures right now, and that does indicate we are hitting the dew point where we have water vapor turn into liquid water, and that there is a sign of what we're seeing on the radar right now, guys. Some rain, heavier earlier today, is now starting to move out of our area. Not going to be seeing these heavy rain bands that we see with the yellows and the reds there. Behind it, a little bit drier, but we do still have the chance for some storms throughout the night into tomorrow morning. We still don't see all that green go away on our radar, and this is about overnight hours, so we still will be waking up tomorrow to some wet weather in the area. But the good news, look at that. By tomorrow afternoon, the clouds move out, the rain moves out, and the sun will peek out. And that is some good news to hear. Tonight, still holding on to the chance of rain across the region. Lows pretty much in the 50s across the region, getting all the way down to 49 tonight in Bainbridge. For tomorrow's highs, though, not much difference. We're going to be a little on the cooler side there in the 50s. And tonight here in Tallahassee, getting down to that 50-degree mark, so we will be a little bit chilly, not as cool as we usually are this time of year, but that is due to it being a little wetter than usual this evening. And for our day tomorrow, not warming up all that much, Showers will be here in the morning, but as we head throughout the day, the sun will start to peek out, and we should be getting in on a nice sunset tomorrow. I can guarantee you'll be able to see a sun for that. And our week ahead, tomorrow we start to see the rain move out of the area, making way for a very beautiful weekend ahead. Not a cloud in the sky. Temperatures also warming back up to around that 70-degree mark. Chance for storms does return for our Monday, but look at this, guys. The 70s are coming back for next week, even flirting with the 80s as we head into our day on Thursday. So, Therese, that warmer weather is returning. Spring is on the way.
Thank you, Riley. And now we are going to take a look at Florida, and we can see all these storms moving towards Georgia and the Carolinas, and all those showers. Again, really just hitting the Big Bend area, not too much the Jacksonville area, just Tallahassee. And Central Florida, you're not seeing any of that rain. You're pretty much dry. A few showers over Bar Orlando, but nothing too bad. And our current temperatures, you can see this gradient scale. Really, the Big Bend area having more winter-like temperatures, with Pensacola being 54 degrees and Tallahassee currently at 69 degrees. And when we move more towards southern Florida, we can see it's a lot more warmer, more springtime, summer temperatures, with Orlando at 83 degrees and Miami at 80 degrees as well. Our dew points, very moist for Florida, very humid. We have 71 and Miami and West Palm at 71 degrees, while Tallahassee is at 68, and Pensacola, you're a bit more dry at 46 degrees. Now, for our future radar, we can see this cold front moving towards South Florida, and all these rains. We'll probably experience that tomorrow afternoonish, so get prepared for that. And after, we have our rainfall forecast, and really we're going to see more rainfall towards North Florida, in Jacksonville, a little bit Tallahassee and Gainesville. So make sure you have rain boots or raincoats. South Florida, not too much rain, just a little bit as we saw before, that cold front and the showers coming ahead. Tonight's temperatures, Tallahassee, you will be 34 degrees, and again, southern Florida, central Florida, you'll be much warmer in the 40s tonight. And tomorrow, we'll be having a bit cooler temperatures, with Tallahassee at 60 and Fort Myers at 72 degrees. Watch out there. It's not working. All right, well, now we're going to pass things off to David.
Thank you, Teresa. I'm really glad we live in the Sunshine State, where we have this warm weather, because it's not quite the story across the rest of the United States. And taking a look at the big picture here, there is some high pressure out here out west, and the northwest is dealing with a storm system coming onshore, bringing some snow to the higher elevation. But the big story is over here on the east coast, where we have Winter Storm Viola making our way up the east coast, and there is a lot of snow embedded in some of these showers here, some snow showers and everything, the higher elevations. But in Trenton, New Jersey, they got 10 inches of snow from this storm. The snow has since moved off the coast there, but we'll see with this low pressure as it moves to the northeast. We'll see what else it may bring with it. We're going to zoom in on the southeast, and currently you see that where that cold front has moved through, making its way through Tallahassee. It hasn't quite made it all the way through yet, but it's making its way, bringing us some showers and maybe some embedded thunderstorms. We were expecting maybe a little bit severe weather, but that did not come to fruition, so we dodged a bullet there. But there is some There's a lot of river flood warnings going on since from all the rain that we've gotten over the past week or so. So the hydrologists are obviously keeping an eye on that. And ahead of this, there was some increased instability throughout the day while the sun was up. The sun is setting now, and there's a lot of light showers ahead of us. The cold front actually has dampened that instability, so probably not going to see any severe weather throughout the rest of this as the system moves through. There is a marginal risk, however, by the the Storm Prediction Center in Norman, Oklahoma, but I really don't think we'll see anything. As far as tornadoes, there's a 2% chance. Once again, probably not going to see any tornadoes with the system at this point. And we got the showers and storms moving up through the Carolinas, and as you move out to the mountains and the Appalachian Mountains and the higher elevations, and in the mid-Tennessee Valley there is some snow coming down. I just spoke with one of my friends in Knoxville, Tennessee. It's been rain there. Unfortunately, he lives in a valley, and they don't get very much snow unless there's a lot of cold air in place. Up in the northeast, scattered snow showers, and here's that snow that went through New Jersey earlier, has now moved off the coast there at Cape Cod. And we're going to look at the national radar here, and this is a winter storm warnings and watches that are currently in effect from Winter Storm Viola. And here's the snow cover over the United States. This is amazing. Most of the United States is snow covered currently, and it's just wow, except for us here in Florida and southern part of Georgia and South Carolina. But look at all the snow cover. Wow, just amazing. It is winter time, so it's expected. And here's the snow showers moving through the lower Mississippi into the Ohio Valley currently. Just some light stuff right now, but you can pick up maybe an inch or two in the higher elevations. In Texas, don't you think they've had enough with the past storms that have come through? There are some snow showers here in the southern part of Texas around San Antonio, and some mixed precipitation also. Looks like it's beginning to taper off some. And in the northwest, that storm system moving in currently, bringing rain along the coast and snow in the higher elevations. I'm going to zoom in. You can see where that, well, the radar actually has a hard time picking up on stuff in the mountainous regions due to the just the angle that it comes out. But there is some snow and some rain depending on where you're at. Looking at the big picture as far as temperatures go currently, it is cold across most of the United States. Look at that, 25 up in Detroit and 15 in Minneapolis. But of course, the warm spot is Florida. Look at it. If you don't like the cold, Miami is 79 degrees. And out the west, dealing with some showers, but they do need the rain because there is still drought going on out there. So any snow, any kind of rain will be very helpful for the folks out there out west. And look at these dew points, dry, cold air coming out of Canada and just blanketing the United States with this cold air, which is, you know, it's wintertime, so that's going to happen. And here's the future radar. That cold front moves out of the area, and this one should clear Florida, and we should have some sunny days ahead as we go further into the next few days. And rainfall forecast, there's some rain here, anywhere from half an inch to an inch along a narrow swath through South Carolina and the thing. So we're going to take a look real quick. Tomorrow's high is going to be cold across most of the United States, except for that warm spot down in Florida and the southwest in Arizona and Southern California. But now I'm going to have Riley and Jesse talk about the Texas storm.
Yes, David. Well, that is a lot of cold air that has moved into much of the country. And look at that nice graphic we have, some graphic updates here. Me and Jesse are at the desk and talking about that cold weather. I mean, it's really, really impacted the state of Texas lately.
It really has, and a lot of places, especially in like the Carolina regions and even like further out in the mountains, obviously used to getting a lot of this sorts of weather during the winter time. But you know, especially southern Texas, this is rare. Could be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and it's actually gotten fairly deadly as we have seen a few deaths, and there's a boil water notice, and some of the portion isn't there?
Exactly. We are seeing what many are calling the worst weather event to happen since Hurricane Harvey 3 or now almost 4 years ago. And we really do have significant things happening. We are currently talking about a boil water order for the city of Houston and other cities as well, and that includes 7 million people. So that means the water that is coming out of your faucet is not safe to drink. if it's even coming out of your faucet at all. I mean, with these super cold temperatures we are seeing now, look at that, Amarillo at 21 degrees, 32 in San Antonio. We've been sub-freezing in many of these places lately.
In addition to that, a lot of people in Texas are still without power, although it was, you know, we hit over 1 million people without power in the entire southeast region, but now in Texas, we're still looking at over 400,000 customers without power, and so now we're on day like 3 or 4 of this, and you know, they don't have any heat. I saw that in some homes the temperature was getting close to 40 degrees and even below that, which is frigid to be inside your home.
Exactly, and not only are we dealing with the colds, but we are also dealing with some snow lingering in portions of the Lone Star State. We saw a little bit more snow earlier in the day, starting to taper off a little bit and fizzle out over much of the region, really just seeing some snow showers between San Antonio and San Angelo right now. But Texas has picked up a sizable amount of snow in the past week.
Thankfully, they do have a little bit of relief. I know FEMA has gone in and given quite a bit of generators to places like hospitals and nursing homes, but obviously there are still, you know, a lot of customers out there without power that are having to deal with the cold. So definitely keep Texas in your thoughts and prayers, and you know, if you have a way to help anyone over there, definitely, you know, do what you can. But for now, we're going to get back looking at Tallahassee's weather with David.
Yes, thank you very much, Jesse. And we're going to take a look at the current temperature and current conditions around Campbell Stadium. Currently, it is 69 degrees, and we are under cloudy skies over Campbell Stadium. So it's eventually that will clear out overnight, and tomorrow we'll have some sunshine as we return to more sun and less rain in the forecast. And hour by hour, we started off at 63 degrees this morning and made it to 73. You can't see this on this graphic, but made it to 73. So it was a nice warm day. Unfortunately, there was lots of cloud cover and rain this afternoon. Currently, the temperatures around the Big Bend area are in about anywhere from 57 up in Donaldsonville. They're closer to the back of that cold front here. Cold front has not quite cleared Tallahassee area, so we're at 68 degrees, along with Madison at 71 degrees. And those dew points, they will be on the decline as this front moves through and pushes all this moist air out of the way. We'll have lower dew points, but currently they are on the moist side, and it is very muggy outside, and of course it is raining, which makes it very uncomfortable. And here's that front moving through, the showers rushing off to the northeast as the front moves from west to east. This will clear us. It's actually clearing now. So as we go through the next few hours, the showers will taper off and we'll be left with cloudy skies. And the future radar depicts that, as you can see, the showers moving through and clouds still being around but lingering, but then over the next 24 hours, they'll clear out and we'll have sunny skies once again. And if we're looking at the rainfall forecast, there is a swath of 1.5 to 2.5 inches through parts of North Florida and into Georgia. But most of the rainfall will be on the lighter side, between 1/4 and 1/2 inch. And tonight, we expect 50 degrees for a low. Thunderstorms, probably not. They're going to be tapering off in the next few hours or so. But north-northwest winds at 7 miles per hour, which will usher in that colder air. And if you look at the dog walk forecast, tomorrow morning at 9 a.m., expect maybe a 20% chance of showers. But the temperatures will be on the cool side, be 50 degrees. And as you get to noontime, 51 degrees, and 3 p.m., 55 degrees. I don't think there's a 50% chance of showers, but I do believe that there'll be more sun, definitely, than clouds tomorrow. Tomorrow's forecast, 56 degrees, maybe some lingering showers in the morning, which will taper off. North-northwest winds at 11 miles per hour. And looking at the week ahead, you can see Friday, Saturday, get into the weekend. Look at this beautiful weekend. Good weekend to get out and go to the park and just enjoy yourself. And that sun will continue. We have a chance of showers on Monday, 40%, but then the sun will return and temperatures are going to rebound and actually approach 80 by the time we get to Thursday. What do you think of that weather forecast, Jesse?
You know, I've seen a lot of places saying that right now it is basically, you know, Paint Florida week. It was a day, now it's turned into a week. Much of the south in the 30s. You know, we got 52 in Montgomery, which is, you know, decent. I mean, obviously it's raining there too. All these places are seeing clouds and rain. Really just not ideal conditions. But look at Florida, 69 in Tallahassee. And if you get further south, 83 in Orlando, 80 degrees in Miami. Really just beautiful weather down south, even with that cloud cover. I mean, you really can't complain when you live in Florida. Looking at those dew points, you can really clearly see where that frontal system is draped just over the Big Bend of Florida, really, with that 66-degree dew point here in Tallahassee and even wetter down in South Florida. But those dry dew points behind are showing us that the dry air is on the way. 26 in Jackson, 19 in Little Rock, so just really dry air following the frontal system, which will give us some clearer skies. Wind speeds behind that front are a little bit breezy with that 16 miles per hour in New Orleans. Here in Tallahassee, look at that, calm winds, and further north of us, they're seeing a little breezy over in Birmingham as well with winds coming from the north. Here's that frontal system pushing down into the southeast with the rain is about to show up right on the coastal areas of the Carolinas and even Georgia, seeing a lot of that rain as well. If you want to zoom into central Florida, a little bit of spotty showers, especially off the coast down in Jupiter, but really they're seeing mostly clear skies there. When we're looking here in the Big Bend region, there's that massive rain heading through Tallahassee. That's what's been hitting us all day. And even behind, more rain on the way, even for Pensacola, Panama City region, they're still seeing rain. They've been seeing rain all day. Really much of the southeast has just been soaked throughout the day. And here, the Georgia and then South Carolina also seeing a lot of that rain, especially up I-95. If you're out driving today, if you're taking a road trip, definitely want to be on the lookout. Make sure you stick to the speed limit because it can be dangerous when you start to speed and those roads are wet. Obviously, much of the region has been raining all day, really. And so it could not be, the safest conditions out there, especially since some of these could pop up thunderstorms. Some of it's not just the rain. As on coastal North Carolina, they're also seeing a lot of rain. Look at the Outer Banks also is seeing a lot of that coming through all of today and really tomorrow and going into tonight, really, they're just going to see more and more of that rain. If we're looking at Mississippi and Alabama region, they're seeing a little bit of mixed precipitation, especially here in Tupelo. You can see that coming through, mixed in with some of that snow from earlier. So now it's just going to be yucky. That area is not, I'm glad I'm in Florida for now. I may be dealing with the rain, but at least I don't have that mixed precipitation of snow and ice. Earlier today, we saw that increasing instability, which gives the potential for severe weather. But as of right now, doesn't look like we're going to see any of that, especially here in the Big Bend region. And as these storms progress, the evening is going to fall. We're not going to see that sun that helps increase that. So things are going to look better down there, although you're going to see the rain. Should not be too much of an issue. Here's that SPC Storm Outlook. So here we have a little bit of marginal risk up into Georgia and even a little bit of South Carolina, and then even further down Florida and all the way up, stretching up to coastal North Carolina. There's going to be some storms, but we're not looking at severe weather, just maybe a pop-up thunderstorm or two, along with all of that rain. And then looking down tomorrow, that threat moves down into South Florida. Once again, it's not looking to be severe, but definitely keep an eye on the weather. It's always smart to be weather aware. Going into Saturday, things are looking much better for the southeast. Look at that. No storms in sight. Hopefully, things are going to be better this weekend because we've been dealing with a lot of that rain. So going into tomorrow, that's going to clear out and we're going to see clearer skies. As for tonight, temperatures in the 20s, 13 in Little Rock. Once again, Florida, 70 degrees in Tampa. Like I said, you just want to be in Florida right now. But as we're going into tomorrow, once again, high for Tallahassee, 56. And I think we actually have more on Tallahassee. Therese, what do we got?
All right, for Tallahassee, our current weather looks a little bit like a live look at Campbell Stadium. We have temperatures at 69 degrees and some thunderstorms hitting us. And our hour by hour, we can see we started off the morning in the 60s, and then it warmed up a bit in the afternoon, more towards the lower 70s. And right now, we're still in the 70s. And we can see this massive storms coming and our front hitting Tallahassee right now, as you might have experienced this afternoon and this morning. And again, we're looking at this front of rain and storms coming towards Tallahassee and moving into South Georgia. And we will probably see it clear up a bit tomorrow. And like I said, we see all these storms passing through the area and clearing up for tomorrow, so we have sunshine like our Sunshine State. And our rainfall. Right now, Jacksonville, North Florida, Tallahassee, you'll experience some inches of rain. And Central Florida area, not as much rain, just a little bit, some flooding. Tomorrow's highs, we'll see it really in the 50s at Tallahassee, 56 degrees, Quincy, 54, and some not too bad temperatures. Our dog walk forecast, we have 50 in the morning and 51 degrees at noon with some chances of rain, so maybe not the best time to walk your dog, maybe wait more towards the later afternoon where we have some more chances of sunshine and temperatures are a bit warmer at 55 degrees. And tonight our temperature in Tallahassee will be 50 degrees with more rain passing through the area and winds at 7 miles per hour. And now taking a look at the week ahead, we can see that Friday we'll still see a little bit of that rain, but it will clear up more towards the weekend and we'll see some warmer weathers in the 60s. And again, we'll see more of that sunshine carrying out throughout the week and temperatures warming up into the 70s. And now we are going to hand things off to Riley and Jess at the desk.
Well, thank you, Therese, and that is a very nice forecast we have for Tallahassee ahead. Much of a relief compared to what we had last week with a lot of rain this past week.
Oh yes, I'm definitely tired of the rain. I was actually in Tampa for a little while, so I escaped a little bit of that.
Lucky you.
But it did rain in Tampa too. I mean, don't get too excited. It did rain too. But I mean, coming back yesterday and then seeing the rain here was just not exactly the best, the warmest welcome, I guess. But it looks like I might get that here this weekend. I'm going to have to make some sort of outdoor weekend plans because it's going to be absolutely beautiful,
Exactly.
it looks like.
Not only is it going to be dry, but we're going to see temperatures warm back up into the 60s. A lower 60s start of the weekend, upper 60s by the end of the weekend, and there come the 70s for next week. That's what I'm most excited for. Once we can start getting up towards 80 degrees, we're back into beach weather. And
oh my gosh, I know.
I'm so ready for that.
I know. I know that I am dying to be able to go to the pool or the beach again, so I'm definitely looking forward to that. I also have a lot of my friends just asking me when it's going to be warm again because they feel like we're going back and forth. But I mean, we're still in February. I mean, it's going to get warm slowly. Like you said, we're just now crawling back up into the 70s. Who knows what the future holds for us?
Exactly. We're starting to approach March. I say usually in Tallahassee, your cold spells happen usually November through February. But March is, this transition season. We get into that warmer weather.
Hopefully, we'll have 2 or 3 weeks of spring before we bounce to summer.
Absolutely. Well, follow us on Twitter at FSU Weather. Like us on Facebook as well at FSU Weather.
And also, hopefully, you're watching us here on youtube.com/FSU Weather.
And you can also follow us on Instagram at, you guessed it, FSU Weather.
Yep.
Well,
cannot miss it.
Well, thank you all so much for joining us. We have the return of our dual desk, so it's nice to have someone to talk to rather than just you guys, and hopefully you guys all enjoyed that tonight.
Don't forget to tune in tomorrow as well for another FSU Weather Show on Friday, but for now, I'm student meteorologist Jessica Kirk.
And I'm student meteorologist Riley Winch. Have a nice one, Tallahassee.